So my biggest concern, if I'm being honest, is if Dan Campbell wasn't, as they say, trolling with that comment yesterday, if he's serious about it, that's a worry. That's an issue for me because I thought last week he did it perfect. I thought he didn't second guess himself, put himself in good situations. He took what they gave him. He understood what the defense was doing. You don't need to go for it on fourth down all the time when you got a good defense. When you got a defense that play like the defense did last week, Aiden Hutchinson with the 2 sacks, the forced fumble, the deflection, Brian Branch 11 tackles, Tracy Walker 6 tackles. When guys are getting after it, you saw the hit on Brian Branch, how he establishes that presence. When you got a defense playing like that, you don't have to be tricksy. You don't have to do like the game against the Green Bay Packers on Monday night 2 years ago. You don't have to do the game against the LA Rams 2 years ago where you're doing trick things because your team's not that good. You don't trust your defense. I trust Detroit's defense. I hope Dan Campbell does.
No doubt, man. I thought last week, too, just do what the game dictates. Look at the game story and go from there.
Yeah.
I thought Dan Campbell coached a really good game. You've got another team out there in the Atlanta Falcons last week that scored 3 points. They couldn't get into the end zone. Why would you give them a short field?
Why?
You pin them back. Make them go to the length of the field. Yep. You didn't need to go for it on fourth down. Punt the football. Sometimes pulling out the kicker is a good thing. And I thought it was the smart thing, and I felt like Dan Campbell evolved into he did what the game called for on that particular Sunday. And I hope he doesn't just kind of forget what it takes to win a football game and try to go out there and fake punt it at the 17-yard line or go for it on 4th and 7 at his own 40 or something like that. Just stay within the game.
Bad coaches don't allow things to come to him. You hit the nail on the head. Last week he allowed the game to come to him. He didn't make dumb decisions. He didn't give an Atlanta Falcons team short field because they didn't need it. He didn't believe it. He knew the defense can back him up. Contrary to popular belief, look what Brandon Staley did to the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings go for it on fourth down as opposed to punting to their team. Make smart decisions. Good coaches adapt. They adapt. If you come into the game playing Ryan Ermanni and you're like, yo, we're going to play the same plan against the Atlanta Falcons, against the Green Bay Packers, you come in and they're a little bit better. You get behind. You may have to try some trick stuff. But don't tell yourself, I'm going to this game and I'm not doing this, or I'm going to this game and I'm not doing that. You go into the game and you adapt. If you feel like, hey, I might need to try some trick stuff to get the team over, then go for it. You're the coach. But don't come into this game predetermined on what you're not going to do and what you are going to do.